So recently, someone on the internet has decided to ask me a question. I don't want to give his channel any more views because I think people have fairly documented some of the issues with this person's channel, and I'm going to leave it at that. Um, one of the questions he asked was, is manipulation bad, whether it's up or down, and and basically wanted to get my point of view on whether or not I believe that Eric Sprott, who called for cartel, same with Brother John F, who also called for a cartel, whether or not that's a good idea, and I want to. I, I support brother John F, who has a great channel. If you haven't seen it, check it out below. Link below. Um, however, I want to say that the cartel should not a silver cartel should not exist, because the reason why is um, because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Right? Because when if those silver producers got together and produced a cartel, they would be successful and they'd be extremely rich and extremely powerful because of all that wealth. Now, of course, they're going to want to keep it, so they're going to want to go beyond just having a fair value of silver. Because with good reason, because they would have to, they would reason to themselves, well, we've been screwed for 30, 40 years now, right? So we should have higher prices going forward, like extremely higher prices going forward for 30, 40 years. I mean, this is what they would believe should be fair. And whether or not it is, we can discuss it and determine what would be fair. But I think the free market should decide what the value of silver should be, and the free market will reward these silver producers. However, they have a problem. We live in a paper money system, and the paper money system is generated from banks. The banks generate that paper money by going into debt, and by people going into debt. And those businesses do have debt. For example, not Majestic, but the company that produces the 5/9 fine silver, I can't remember its name right now, but they've decided to go out into the market and sell bonds to the individual investors because the banks won't lend them the money. Why not? It's because they have the power to do. They have the power to do so. They have unlimited money, right? Because they're just created, right? But they don't want to because of the power that company holds. They produce silver at a really cheap level. And silver is against what the banking system wants. Okay? Also, if they were to go ahead and start saving in silver, well, as a bank, I'm not going to lend them money, and because that's going to hurt my business. Okay? Banks only looking out for themselves and looking forward. Silver becoming money is going to hurt their business. So to say that that the banks, that the silver producers are not forming a cartel because they don't think it's a good idea. I think they do believe it's a good idea. They just can't do it in this current environment. Also, if they were to try to save a percentage of their silver, the banks would find out and really hurt them, right? Because they can manipulate their stocks, they can manipulate their providers of equipment, and to say, hey, listen, you don't sell to this guy, right? Or I'm going to have to cut your credit line, right? They could do a lot of damage, right? So silver producers are not in a good position in this current fiat monetary system. They can't maneuver very well to survive with a banking system that we currently have. So that is my take on that. I don't think a cartel is a good idea. I'm sure it would produce the higher price, but at the same time, they're not going to let go of that cartel, right? I mean, there's no way, right? Once they are successful with it, so it's not a good idea, because it will control prices unfairly for too long, just like the banking system. I mean, they've had 100 years cartel controlling the price of money, right? And that would the silver producers would have the same result, because they would control the price of silver, right, for hundreds of years, and obviously that power will extend, just like the banking system's power has extended over the last 100 years, and I cannot condone that. So that's my point of view on that point. Thanks for watching.